Guys, today we are doing some spring seed starting. I say spring with a sense of humor in my voice, mostly because it is 20 degrees out and there's 6 inches of snow. But my friend Hannah and Hannah, say hi. Hi. We are in the garage with the heater on and we are going to be starting some seeds today. So Hannah's already working on mixing up our seed starting mix. We're going to do that with just a little bit of water to get it moist and a little bit of perlite. To kind of aerate it and loosen it up a little bit. She's basically breaking up chunks of ice right now. The soil's a little frozen, but we're making it through. And we're going to do 2 different types of seed starting. So Hannah is going to tackle her winter sowing. Hannah, what are you going to do today?
I'm doing the winter sowing method of seed starting.
Okay.
So you basically use a little milk jug outside, no babying, and you just let them get watered by the rain and snow, and they naturally germinate at their own time. And basically the milk jug makes a little greenhouse for each of the seedlings, and so it's supposed to produce really hardy seedlings that are, you don't have to harden them off, they just can be transplanted really easily. And I did it last year, it worked pretty well. So
yeah, what were some of the things that you grew last year that did really well in those?
Snap peas were amazing. Kale, lettuce. I did grow some root vegetables like carrots and beets, but they were really bad to transplant. And they did grow, but it wasn't really that great.
Yeah.
I had a pretty small garden last year, so honestly the best thing was the peas. The peas were amazing. But then I kind of killed half of them. But the winter sowing was great.
Fair enough. So today we both have kind of like sat in the house where it was warm and we picked out some of the seeds we're going to start. We're both doing some mixtures of different herbs. We're doing some flowers, kind of cut flower garden-y things, which I think is a first for both of us for the most part. And then we're doing a couple different vegetables. And then we both ordered from different seed companies. So we're going to swap some seeds back and forth and try out some different stuff. So Hannah is doing her winter sowing method and I am using egg cartons. Why? Because I have a million of them in my garage and I figure that they work the same as those just, degradable or biodegradable pots. What are those called?
Jiffy pots.
Jiffy pots, yes. So I have a ton of 18 egg cartons and we're going to just set them in these trays which will catch water, and then I have some grow lights and some heat pads and some humidity domes, and this is our mixture of tags which we're going to use to label all of them. And we're just going to get started mixing up our soil and then we'll walk you guys through what kind of seeds we're going to start today. Let's get started. guys, Hannah and I finished all of our planting. We had to take 2 breaks to go inside and warm up our hands and fingers because they were going numb out here, even with the heater on in the garage. It is so cold. So I wanted to show you guys what I ended up planting. I just finished helping Hannah load all of her milk jugs into her car, and we got tons of stuff planted, and we both did some herbs, some vegetables, and a little bit of greens, and then we did some flowers. So let's look. Okay, so we started off with some parsley, cilantro, dill, and lavender. This is kind of the herb section. Over here, we've got 3 different varieties of hollyhocks, mixed, double champagne, and double black hollyhock. I'm so excited about these. We have hollyhocks in town, and Hannah and I have seen them around, and we're just so excited. We're really hoping that these come up. Then we've got 2 different types of bee balm, lemon and bergamot. And then over here we have blue delphiniums and eryngium. Hannah ordered these 2, and so we kind of swapped some seeds back and forth. She took some of my hollyhocks and I took some delphiniums and eryngiums, and we're super excited, hoping that these come up. It would be really fun to have them. In the back, we've got our Brussels sprouts and asparagus. Obviously, these are a long time. I was reading the seed packet for these, and it said 3 years from seed until being able to eat them. So I'm gonna make sure I pick a really good spot in the garden for those. Brussels sprouts tend to do really well here, so we're excited about that. Hannah and I both planted these. Some bok choy, which I love having for ramen and salmon. Swiss chard, which I've never made. I don't actually even know if I like Swiss chard, but I figured why not try it. And then a whole tray of just microgreens. There is so many more seeds, you guys, that I have to plant this year, but the rest I'm gonna do direct sow into my raised garden beds out in the front of the house. Obviously, once our 6 inches of snow melts away and we're kind of approaching the end of our potential last frost. So that'll be a couple weeks out, but in the meantime, I'm gonna start these in the garage. I'm gonna water them in really quickly, put my humidity domes on them, and then I have some grow lights, so I'm gonna put those up as well, and they will just live in the garage until they start to sprout, and then we will put them out in the garden. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and we'll see you later.